What's up, everyone? How are y'all doing? It is B. Avery and Kimberly coming to you for another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. As you can see on the screen, title, thumbnail of the video, we are talking Medea's family reunion, going back, way back, 19 years back to Tyler Perry's earlier work. This will be spoiler filled, okay? We're going to spoil this movie up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. Kimberly, how are you today, ma'am?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Fall is here. Oh, I love it.
It is. Fall is here. Fall is here. You're probably asking yourself, Brandon, this movie came out 19 years ago, my guy. Why are you reviewing this? Well, it's mid-October 2025. And a couple of months ago, Tyler Perry had a popular movie on Netflix called Straw. I didn't like it that much. Kim is maybe so on it. Maybe look at her face. Maybe that'll tell you something.
Fine, so it's so
Didn't like
no.
it. It was some good. It was a mess overall. But when it comes to Tyler Perry, I like half of his films, half of them I don't. It's a flip of a coin. I never know what I'm going to get. Box of chocolate, Forrest Gump, all that. So when me and Ken were conversing, we was like, you know what? Let's just talk about all of the Tyler Perry movies that we do like, and that's what we have been doing. We are going on a Tyler Perry marathon, keeping it positive, on the things we did like. Mind you, Kim, this is I think number 7 for us, correct?
It's 7.
And it's crazy because when we started this, I didn't think that I was going to review this movie. I think we was only going to do like 5, but we're going to end up doing like 9 or 10. Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to release them, I think, in the order of release date. So even though this is number 7, this is going to be one of the first ones that the general public sees. And the reason why I said it is, Kimberly, since we've been doing this, I've had the same sentiment for majority of Tyler Perry's films, that even the ones I do like, that I don't really like the beginning. They start out kind of rough, over exaggerated, just seems like he's doing extra. But by the time we get to the second act, things pick up for me, and I like that much better. The reason why I'm at that point is that is not the case with this film, Medea's Family Reunion.
Okay.
I
Okay.
actually liked it from the very beginning, from the jump, from one of the opening scenes. And this is described as a feel-good romance. That is like the perfect description for me. Parody, comedy, drama, and romance, as you see right there on IMDb. One of the things that's really difficult for filmmakers to do, in my opinion, is to have funny moments mixed with serious moments. You can mess it up and either ruin the serious moment, the joke may not land, or both, or you can be successful. One of the reasons why I think Tyler Perry won with this movie is because I think he did a great job mixing the comedy and the drama. There was some scenes to where daughter is confronting her mother because she served her up to be raped by her husband. But then the next scene, we got a family reunion and they dancing on the porch and having fun, making fun of Lynn Whitfield and her bougie France outfit. You know what I'm saying? And so I
Wee
really
wee.
need some deodorant.
In your booty.
We're gonna talk about it. But also, Kimberly, I said to myself, I think that The Family That Prays is my favorite film out of Tyler Perry. But after watching this, I don't know. With this one and the movie
Oh,
review right after this, it's a close race. It's like Noah
okay.
Lyles and Usain Bolt coming down on a 200-meter dash. It's gonna be close. It's going down. But I really did enjoy this film, and I like the beginning. We have this. This was it was an amazing movie. We got baby Kiki Palmer in here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
19
gosh,
years
I
ago,
love
I
her.
forgot about her. I forgot how much I liked this movie. I know I'm talking a hell of a lot. I'm gonna pass the mic to you in a second to at
Okay.
least get your journal impressions. But this cast is wonderful. Tyler Perry, Blair Underwood, Lynn Winfield, Maya Angelou, rest in peace, my sister. Of course, Cicely Tyson, rest in peace. I mean, like I said, Kiki Palmer and Lisa Arundel. I was trying to say that Lisa in this film, it starts off like a big question, like, okay, what's going on? You would think that if a woman wakes up in bed, the sun is beaming down on her face. She has musicians in the black back playing, harps and pianos and stuff, bubble bath, rose petals. You would think like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. This woman is in heaven. but she's not that happy, Kim. You know that there's something going on, you know, that it shouldn't be, and it's telling. It's horrible. You know, Blair Underwood, you know, he's, hey baby, I gotta go to work, you know, but I got this bubble bath for you. And now usually a woman be like, oh my God, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so excited. Soon as leaves, girl, guess what?
How's that again?
I woke up and he did this and he did that. But no, she's scared. When you first saw this movie, did you have any idea what was going on in her head?
Did I? I don't think I did. I remember being in the movie and when he's like, "Here's a bath to help you with the soreness." I was like, "Oh God, Tyler, it's pretty graphic, man." Like,
Oh,
but I'm
oh,
like, I was like, "What the hell?" But actually, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like what's happening?" And then I was like, "Why would you have strangers playing in front of her, like naked in the bath?" But Blair, man, Blair Underwood, I love me some Blair Underwood so much. But he kind of had that little bald mouth, like aggression, and I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, he's a hitter. He's a hitter. Okay,
Oh,
okay,
he was.
okay."
It was obvious to you. Okay, so what was your general impressions of the movie overall, and kind of tell me where it stands as far as like your, you know, Tyler Perry and your favorites to,
You
you
know
know.
what? It's so funny. I really feel like I think I saw this in the theater, God, 19 years ago. Wow. I saw this in the theater and then I saw it once on like TBS or something. And I think I haven't seen it since. So when the opening scene came on and that song came on, I forgot what this movie was about. Not,
Same.
and obviously it's a family reunion, but with Tyler Perry, I'm like, okay, what cast are we dealing with here? Who are the cameos? What's the plot? And I was like, barbecue? Like I forgot. And then as soon as I heard that music, I was like, oh, this is the one where he hit her, and
Yeah,
then she hit her mom, and then that wicked mom. Oh yeah, and then Lynn Whitfield, and
yeah,
it just all came flooding back, and I was like, oh yeah, and I completely forgot Kiki Palmer was in
yeah.
this. Oh my gosh, and then seeing her, I'm like, this is why we love her. Like she has been consistently fire since she was a kid. But I really like the film. There are some moments that make me there's some cringe moments, but there's also some moments that are just genuinely funny. And it actually, Brandon, it reminded me that like because God bless Tyler Perry, he's had a journey. No filmmaker is perfect. We're not here trashing him, but I forgot how funny a Tyler Perry movie could be.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
agree.
really did, and then seeing this reminded me that, like, we as a people, like, we were rolling. Like, the first few times we saw Tyler Perry, he had audiences roaring
Yeah.
and rolling. I mean, it was just after hearing the same joke over and over, but honestly, like, I remember being in the theater and just crying, laughing, like, this brought me a lot of joyful memories,
Yeah.
Brandon.
I laughed out loud on a few points. One of and we're jumping around. I'm pretty sure y'all seen
Yeah.
years old. But at the end of the movie where Vanessa marries Boris Kojo's character, right as she's approaching the aisle, you have Joe, of course, played by Tyler Perry. You know, he holds up the little note like, "Don't do it. She got two kids." It was funny.
That was so funny. I forgot about Joe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that character as a whole.
Yeah, every time somebody in this movie, at least 3 or 4 times, somebody would walk in and bump into him, and he would fart past gas. Like it was funny. I'm laughing, and you know, Medea. Some people like her character, some people don't. There are Medea movies that I like, and there are Medea movies that I think are like trash garbage. You know, so every Medea movie is not funny to me, but this one is, and I have to say Medea's family funeral. I didn't like Medea's family funeral. As you see my thumbnail right there, I have a drill, like I want to drill my head
I
off.
don't think I ever saw it.
Yeah, that was
I think that
stupid, though.
came out at a time where I had been like, "All right, Tyler, call
Yeah,
me when you got something like Family That Pray." I tapped out.
really.
Like,
Okay.
when he started doing TV shows, I really tapped out, like and I think Medea's Family Vacation where you had the guy from Schitt's Creek that was in it,
I don't know. It's so
Dan. I tapped out at some point, but honestly, like this reminded me of why we fell in love with Tyler in the first place, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So, I didn't like the was it, yeah, family funeral, but in this, I love Medea. One of the other moments in the film to where it had me laughing is Kiki Palmer's character, and I want to stop saying Kiki Palmer's character and actually
yeah,
get her name correctly. Nikki,
little
uh,
girl, little girl.
popping that gum, that's
I loved
me
it.
too. And then she beat her up in the car. But she wasn't doing the best with grades. But then she brought her grades in and she got a B. She was like, "Oh, look, I'm smart. I got a B." She's like, "Oh, girl, I'm so happy you learned that algebra, not algebra,
That was
I'm
so
laughing.
funny.
It's funny to me. It's silly. It's corny. It's stupid, but I love it. I'm laughing. Algebra, and
That was so
she's like, "What you want to be when you grow up?" She's like, "I want to be a lawyer." She's like, "Okay, well, you go and you be a lawyer. Dream about that." Joe was like, "Why are you telling this girl, motivating her and trying to inspire her to be a lawyer? You know how much money it costs to go to college to be a lawyer?" Medea's like, "Well, if you would do us all a favor and die, maybe use your insurance." I don't know. That was like one of the funniest moments in the movie to me. May not be
Yeah,
you, but I know I laughed my ass off at that point in time and took it back and rewatched it again. It was just funny, I
it
really
was
liked
funny.
it. And like you said, I forgot what this movie was about too, other than it was a family reunion. But as soon as it started, I was like, oh yeah, he is hitting this woman. Oh, asshole, Blair, my gosh. And Kiki Palmer's in this too. So yeah, anyway, it's interesting. But those were a few of the standout funny moments to me. Do you have any that
Yeah.
you can think of right now off the top of your head? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but if not, we can.
No, the Al Jarreau line was so funny, but, like, I remember this is kinda mean, but, like, the scene where they're at the family reunion and there's, like, the matriarch of the family, and she's really old, and she's
Movie.
like, "Take me to my family, I wanna see my family." I thought that was such a beautiful moment, but what made me crack up, and maybe people are getting some insight into my dark humor, but when she was walking around and seeing the youth acting a fool, I was like, "Y'all gonna kill her."
Yeah, yeah,
Because she was, like, playing dice,
mhm,
twerking,
yeah.
like,
I
I was like, "Y'all gonna grieve her to death."
yeah.
But I thought the grits was very funny. The grits was very funny. What else was funny? And I have to say, on our running note taking of the wigs, I don't think I saw one wig in here that was bad. I think it
Agree.
was it was kind of shocking to see Boris Kojo with a mini fro,
Mhm.
but it wasn't bad.
Right, right,
So
right,
I have to give A plus for wigs. This is
right,
before Wiggate. This
right,
is
right.
before the Tyler Perry Wiggate, y'all. So I like that. But I think Uncle Joe like just had me cracking up. And when Boris was in there and they were like, he was like again, like, she got two kids, right? He's
Mhm.
like, I said two. You're still here? Like that was very funny. Very, very funny.
Yes, yes. Now, you mentioned wigs. I don't wanna say I was looking for it, but I did see, of
I'm
course,
always looking
Boris's,
for it.
I was looking at Boris's hair, what is his name? Frankie in the film. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was a little weird, but, I liked his character and it wasn't a bad wig. I was also
I'm
looking
glad they didn't give him, waist long dreads or something. That would have
yeah,
been
that
super crazy.
worse, worse. Well, they gave that to, the stripper that came by the house at the
Ah,
you know? Um,
oh, that was
but wait, what was I about to say? Oh, I was yeah, looking at Cicely Tyson, as well, and she was just so beautiful towards the end of this movie. I loved her hair as well. I was really staring at her hair like, okay, real or not, whatever. I don't remember exactly, but I liked it. I liked it.
beautiful.
Also, her scene with Maya Angelou or
Mhm.
Angelou was
I
my
really
favorite.
love that scene.
Ooh, it was just so much wisdom, in that conversation at the table. "Oh, baby, when are we gonna meet the mystery man?" And,
Mhm.
she was talking about her love, and then they passed it to Cicely Tyson.
Oh, how they felt their hearts beating at the
Yes,
same
man, and
time.
she was like, I pity some women will never experience that or a portion of it," and I was just like, "You man." And the thing about it was, it's so much we're gonna be talking about this movie for 3 hours. First of all, you got Lynn Whitfield's character in there. Let me get the actual name. Veronica. What's her name? Veronica? No, Victoria.
Victoria,
Yeah.
Victoria.
Was an evil bitch, just low down. I don't even know her childhood was rough, but we're gonna talk about that. My mother was a real whore and a junkie, and she traded me for $10 and a fix. I was like, God damn. We're gonna
Why you
come
gotta say it like that?
we're gonna come back to it. Um,
Yeah.
During that scene where Maya Angelou and Cicely Tyson was breaking it down, that even moved her. She was about to cry. The acting in that scene was phenomenal. Lisa as well. I mean, they just coming down thinking they finna go out and get some lemonade and cookies and outside with the rest of the family, but they going to church at the table, dropping wisdom in bars and making emotions erupt. I'm just like, Tyler, you in your bag in 2006. Why can't we
Right.
get movies like this in 2025? But no, you
Okay.
straw with Glenn. Forgot his. Is it anyway? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. But I rest my case. Kim, that was one of my favorite scenes in the film. I have another one, but that's number one. You have any commentary there or a favorite scene of yours?
I think, at this time in my life, God, 20 years ago, I was just a few years I was just getting I think at this time I saw this film, I was probably a year or 2 into my career. I had a business as a wedding coordinator that I started when I was 19, and so, I remember the scene with the wedding because I was like, "Okay, I wanna see how this turns out. I wanna see how this turns out." 'Cause I did this all the time, and I remember almost passing out when I saw human beings hanging like chandeliers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah! Oh my god. I was like, "Okay, let's see. What?"
Yeah.
And I remember freaking out, and I was like, "Is that a piano hanging over people? Are
Oh,
those
I don't
people
remember that. I don't know
hanging
that piano.
over yeah, there was like a like the angel people, and then the
Yeah, I remember that.
piano, and then the angel guys that were like, "Burr, burr, burr, burr," and I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot to digest. This is a hell of a wedding."
Hilarious. Yeah, sorry,
That
Kim.
was so funny to me. But Jennifer Lewis was just like a standout to me because she was ultra, ultra, ultra bougie in this
Oh,
film. But
yeah.
like, dude, and I gotta tell you, this is a side note. I saw Jennifer Lewis in June. That she was doing a book tour and she came to the library near my house, and me and my sister went, and she did like a motivational talk, and there was only like 300 people in the room, so it was super intimate, and she walked up to me and she grabbed my hand and she was like, "Right, sister," and I was like, "Right, Jennifer Lewis." Like I was like, she grabbed my hand. But by the way, she is just a phenomenal human being and she has a book out. Y'all should read it. I love, love, love me some Jennifer Lewis. But in this film, she really stood out to me because she was so ultra bougie. I'm like, there's bougie, but then there's like, she's like, "Let's
Yeah,
go inside."
yes.
And I was like, "Oh, honey, the theater of it all. You are the main character of your own film."
Right.
But I just love me some Jennifer Lewis, but also this film, like Len Whitfield's like wickedness.
Man, she was the devil.
Man, I remembered like why I just love Lynn Whitfield. She just brings it. She's so Diane Carroll, She just reminds me so much of Diane Carroll. So and the Dynasty days, I feel like if they ever redid Dynasty, they need to keep a spot for Lynn Whitfield, the ultimate housewife. So um but yeah, that was what the wedding was definitely one of my favorite scenes. But honestly, like the poem, Brandon, I
Mhm.
have to say, in and out, in and out of time.
Mhm, mhm,
That
mhm.
poem, I now remember I cried when
Mm,
I heard it. And
really?
I don't cry, I cry at like, Schindler's List, and I cry, really deep stuff. But I just remember the poetry. I don't hear poetry a lot. I used to go to poetry slams when I was in my 20s, but I remember that poem. And then as I watched this film, Brandon, I got teary eyed hearing Maya Angelou and damn it,
Yeah.
hearing Maya Angelou and I just feel like these days there's so much drama, and you never hear about love like that. The way she
Yeah,
told that poem, and it just was my favorite. It was just so beautiful.
it was like,
I
text.
got it.
Yeah.
Got me all emotional again, Brandon.
Oh, good. Almost happened to me when we were talking about the Family of the Praise last week. Y'all go make sure y'all check out that review as well. And yeah, you're right. I want to go back to Lynn Whitfield. She was just evil. She had no remorse at all. I am not going to apologize for the decisions I made. You served your own daughter to get raped. Like, what the hell? You're stealing them. I mean, it was already bad. You're stealing a trust fund money and all that. I have taken care of you all your life. The best school, designer clothes. Now you're gonna take care of me. Oh, shut up. All that whining. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you are the spot
She
of
was so mean.
also,
Mommy.
yeah, was one point where someone said, I'll see you in hell, and she said, I vacation there.
Vacation there.
And oh, I can see your horns, or you're mad they're bigger than my, the mine are bigger than you.
Yeah. That line, bro, that scene between her and Blair Underwood, and
Yeah,
she just was quick with it.
yeah, she
I
was.
can see your horns. Are you upset that they're bigger than yours? I was like,
I was like, man,
damn, you're not even offended. She's like, and
yeah,
the devil incarnate, man.
Tyler, you did a great job with this, man. I gotta give it to you. I
Great
gotta give
character.
it to you. Great characters, great everything, really. Um,
Yeah.
Also, just the lines like, "Oh, I read about women like you that live their life through their daughters, enter them into contests and pageants, and I've read about men like you too, where you have a little wee wee and you're insecure and you keep throw a temper tantrum, little girls, and winning, man, winning." And even though they both were evil, at one point I liked Blair Underwood's character in this film. At the very
You
beginning,
did?
Carlos, that was his name. At the very beginning, because I didn't know he was a woman beater at first. I was
Oh,
skeptical, but he came home, and that's the last thing you want to see is your fiance in the arms
gyrating.
gyrating. That's what a sissy did at
Had the
the end.
baby oil going, had it was getting very diddy up in there.
He handled it well, in my opinion. He didn't like, oh, what the F is that? So what's going on? He was like, oh, okay, well, oh, this is your sister. Hey, nice to meet your sister. What's going on, my brother? Do your thing. Y'all have a good time. I'm gonna go in the back. "Oh, okay, he handled this well. No, and then we find out 5 seconds later that he's an abusive woman beater and needs to get his dick
He
chopped.
did what abusers do well, which is fake it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was fooled. I didn't see that coming. But you said you did, and I don't know, Kimberly, are you the type of woman that would stand up for something like that? Abuse and just like what the love will come. And
Oh,
he's
you're
gonna go. He's
so
gonna go to
funny,
counseling.
Brandon.
He's gonna go to counseling. My mommy says he loves me. Even going back to Lynn Whitfield too. Mom, he hits me. Well, you got to stop doing stuff to upset him. It's like, this woman here is the effing worst.
What?
Yeah.
What? Like
Would you let him beat you if
Oh, Brandon, that's so cute.
I know the answer.
I Yeah, you already know. No, not only that, but I would probably catch a case. Yeah, I grew up fighting. My dad's a sensei. He owns a karate studio, and I grew up doing martial arts. I used to compete, and I used to win a lot. So
I would like to
suffice
see
to
those old
say,
tapes. I'm sure
no,
somewhere.
I would beat that ass, if you will. I would that man would have had a proper, and I mean proper beating.
Yeah.
No, I would not let a man lay an unloving hand on me. His hand would be so broken after. I mean, fingers just all over the place. It frustrated her character frustrated me
Really?
because I'm like, girl, you were just letting life happen to you. Ugh. But I like the evolution of her character. I really do, of Lisa. But man, that frustrates me to see women allow people like when it was revealed that her mother was using her trust fund. When that was revealed, you just went with her and went back, there was no fight. But to be fair, it was Tyler Perry did a good job in writing because that was a major plot point of the film. So to be
Right.
fair, it wasn't ignored. Medea, that was Medea's main conversation with her was you got to get your fight up, girl. You got to fight. And she's like, "Well, I've always had people fight for me." And I was like, "It's time to fight. Throw hands, throw grits, whatever you can get your hands on." So that's why that scene was oh so satisfying.
Oh, you
But
were saying grits earlier. Okay, I didn't know what you was talking about. I'm just gonna let it slide. I'm
the
sorry.
grit oh, the hot grits,
Yeah.
baby. The fried grits. Let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Because that sticky is gonna stick on you like lava.
Yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
don't just want to hit a man that hits me. I want to make him suffer. So I
True.
like the grits.
She hit
I
him.
like the grits. I would have gone for molten lava, but we'll be
Yeah. We
okay
can
with
get that.
grits.
Okay.
Maybe oatmeal,
Yeah. 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 And then I was
fire.
gonna say something that's gross. No, he just it's gross, but he deserves it. I won't. Maybe later if you remind me. Um, Now, Kimberly,
Mhm.
we got to back up a little bit because I know it's a popular thing to say. Why are you in an abusive relationship? Why don't you just leave? Why are you standing there and taking it? Yada yada yada. It's not
Yeah.
always just easy to pack up and go. Now, in her situation, I mean, she did have resources and family and stuff like that. But of course, we know that like there are some women that have nobody at all. And he literally threatened her life. She tried to sneak out of the house, and this man was about to throw her over the
I
effing.
love you to death, he
Whoa, Kim,
said.
it got serious. Now, and right before or after that scene, it got funny again in the movie. That's what I was talking about earlier, where Tyler did a great job of mixing drama and
Yeah,
comedy. But he threatened to throw her off of a building.
yeah.
Um, is it that easy just to walk away when you're in that situation like that? She was
Um,
she was really terrified at moments in this movie, like, I don't know what to do. This man gonna kill me.
yeah. Um, I've gosh, I don't know. I volunteered a lot and I've come across people from abusive situations and I've done some volunteer work at rescue houses for women who are running from men like that. And and honestly, domestic abuse it doesn't just hit like, oh, you're poor, you're socially disadvantaged, so this is you. Wealthy people, um, people from stable homes will have a daughter that's dealing with it. It's a mentality. It's a trap. I think it's just spiritual warfare to a lot of degree, but sometimes depending on life, certain women people can get in their head in addition to what they think of themselves. That's why your thought life, keeping your thought life in check is so important because people, it's grooming, right? It's slowly. Like she said, he didn't start beating her till they got engaged.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
the interesting thing is, up into the from dating to engage, what was he saying?
Right, right.
Aren't you, oh baby, aren't you so glad you have me? What would you do on your own?
That's
Aren't
all.
you so grateful I'm with you? You're so
Yeah.
gentle and pretty. I'm so glad you're not super strong. It's little comments like that that sound like compliments. And maybe certain women may and men may not have the wherewithal to go, that's a upside down, sideways,
Yeah.
backhanded
Right.
compliment. But it's little grooming things like that. And
Gr
then it starts as a seed of a thought of, "Oh, I'm so glad you have me to be the breadwinner because you really could not survive on your own. I mean, you're pretty and you're talented, but I mean, you couldn't like pay for your own apartment." It's
mm,
like little things like that that start making you think, "I can't leave. I can't afford to be on my own. Oh gosh, I didn't finish college. I would end up poor. I do need him. He is my lifeline. He is the only one that's gonna love me because I have that one thing that I deal with it. Yeah, he is the only one that has enough patience, and it gets in their head, it starts mentally, and then when it becomes overpowering for some people, they feel like, "I can't leave." Now, I think so many of us know of someone that we shook them and we're like, "I will give you money, I will let you sleep in my house, I will get you a car. I will help you escape. Like, some people have a lot of support. It's just mentally releasing
Right.
yourself from that prison. And so I think it's easy. What we have to be careful of, and I fall into it too, because I'm like, girl, hit him already, stab him. Um, what we fall into is seeing characters like this and just so easily letting it come out of our mouth. Why don't you just leave? But we don't understand that it's a mental state and a trap. So I think Tyler Perry did a really good job, honestly, within 2 hours of
Mhm.
telling the story and helping us, kinda introducing us to the mentality. Like, she left once, but then she went back,
Right.
you know? So I think Tyler did a really good job of showing, how domestic violence is covered in diamonds and pearls and fine linens and symphonies and baths and it's not always crack whores that are getting beat, you know? Like, it's sometimes it's the lady in the Escalade with the big rock, you know? So
Mhm.
Tyler did a good job, I feel like.
He did, and always have a skillet, in
Always have a cast iron. I was thinking, how many movies have I seen him use a cast iron skillet and a gun in his purse?
you know what I'm
I
saying?
think all of them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was
These
a
are things to have in your home.
very, very interesting, scene right here, but justice was served, and so, now and you said what you just said was it's not always like a crackhead that's going through it, it can be the lady with the Escalade and the big rock and all of that.
Mhm.
That's the case, yeah, with Lisa. Her sister or half sister, um, completely different lifestyle. 2 kids, um, rides the bus, not judging anybody, but anybody would prefer not to if they could. She has a relationship with Mr. Frankie. It is Frankie and Frankie and Vanessa, Vanessa and Frankie. I love their relationship. This was cute. It was adorable. I like how confident Frankie was at the beginning, approaching her in front of her friends, colleagues, or whatever. That's bold. You when you're hollering at a group, I mean, a young lady in a group of friends, you're hollering at the group, because hopefully
She's like, "You know we gonna talk about you, right?" And he was like, "I know."
but he handled it well. I like the fact that Tyler did not write Lisa. I don't keep calling her real name, Vanessa, as a bitter, broken woman. I mean, she has her guard up, but she has a right to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you're a woman and you don't ever have your guard up, you're just dumb. Like, oh, I'm just gonna trust everybody. That's just insane. So if she didn't give him a hard time, it was like a realistic struggle. It was their one of their first conversations on the bus that we actually saw in the film. I thought it was cute. Like, roses are red, violets are blue. If you go out with me, you'll like me too. It was corny as hell, but it worked,
It
and she
was so cute.
yeah, it was sweet. And there was multiple montages of them and their relationship flourishing. And usually a montage shows the positive light of a situation and the progression. However, in this film with Tyler Perry, there was like at least 3 montages, maybe 4, but one of them, while it was showing the progression of Frankie and Vanessa's relationship, it was also showing the torment and pain and agony that Lisa was going through with Carlos, and he's like, there was no dialogue, it was just the music in the background going from the positive to the negative, and then these are sisters. You would think that Vanessa would have the crappy life, with the 2 kids because that's just kind of a stereotype that your life is over,
Stereotype,
but
yeah,
it's completely 180. So I
yeah.
don't think I've ever seen a montage where there's negativity mixed with positivity from 2 different sets of characters. So that was
Yeah, that
interesting.
was
But
creative.
I love their relationship. I thought it was beautiful. It took they took their time. He did mess up though, Frankie. He did make a dumbass decision in the film. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He
Well,
meant well, but if I wake up and my babies aren't
yeah.
there,
What are you thinking, my guy? Like, that was not smart. Like, what?
you didn't leave a note.
I'm saying I
You
was
didn't leave a note. You didn't I would have woken her up and be like, "I'm gonna let you sleep. I'm gonna take," but
yeah,
I was like, "Bruh,
no,
yeah."
that was not smart.
Not
I
so
mean, I
smart.
thought it
It
was
was sweet. It was sweet. The sentiment was so kind because how many moms out there are like, "I wish my
right.
man would don't touch me, just go. Like a thief in the night, just take the kids and
Let me sleep.
go. Yeah.
Just wanna sit on the toilet, just, yeah, I got you, but yeah, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, no, no, I thought it was really cute, and I actually really like Brandon, when you're talking about how, the beginning of the movie was substantial. I like that when he first approached her, we didn't have to start from scratch.
Mhm.
It was, like, already an established, like, "Hey, I know oh, yeah." I
Yeah,
really like that because, I know sometimes Tyler Perry movies can move fast, especially when there's a wedding. It's typically not a couple that's been together for a good 2 years. It's typically, like, in the span of this situation, which was, like, I don't know, 6 weeks, we're going from, "Hey, how you doing?" to, like, "And now you may kiss the bride," and it's like,
yeah, yeah.
"What?"
Ooh,
So I thought it was really cute how they established that, and, in terms of casting, I know you and I, Brandon, talk about how we like the casting, how Tyler Perry really gathered our greats when in the height, the early 2000s, in the height of the Tyler Perry era. We're like, okay, Jill Scott, okay, Janet Jackson, okay, Anita Baker, all right, Mary J. Blige. Like he really gave so many black
that was nice.
entertainers that are so worthy of being in films. But at that time, remember, we didn't have a lot of the movements that we've had, since the pandemic, basically pushing studios to be like, hey, by the way, we noticed that there's no black shows. We noticed there's no black movies. By the way, we noticed. So you and I sitting here in 2025, the past 3, 4 years, we've had the era of Black Panther, where moviegoers are saying, you know what? I'll pay money to see a black. Like it's the studios that think people won't pay money. And but
Yeah.
before this, Brandon, Tyler Perry, aside from like Brown Sugar, Soul Food, Best Man, aside from those great films, nobody was hiring black casts.
Mind you, real quick, what happened to all of those actors and actresses, you know what I'm trying to say. Keep going.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. Like Tyler was really the only one getting black casts together.
Shout out to
Nobody else was doing it, and, I mean, this was before the age of streaming, but this also came a couple years after, and I know you and I talked about, I still need to watch that documentary Issa Rae did. Imma watch it today. But at this time, you have to remember
I'm gonna ask you if you wanted to, review that, but
I
I
do.
waited until we was finished with all
I'll
these.
give
I don't want
you an
to
answer.
bombard you, okay. I
I'll
was
give you an answer. I'm gonna watch it today, and I do want to review it.
perfect,
Yes, Brandon.
perfect, perfect. Excited,
100%, 100%,
gotcha.
100%. But, like, during this time, remember there was UPN
Mhm,
and then the WB in
mhm.
the late 90s, early 2000s. The WB got rid of the Wayans brothers and, the show Malcolm and Eddie, um,
Mm, I
and
like that show.
went into Buffy and Sweet Valley High or whatever.
Dawson's
Um,
Creek and not but
Dawson's Creek. Remember, we lost the WB as we knew it.
mhm.
So during this time, Tyler Perry was the hero of Black cinema because nobody else was doing it. And so when I think of the cast, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, Boris Kojo was a great casting choice. Shamar Moore was a great casting choice. Like, is it Simon Harris, the big guy, a great casting choice. So Brandon, I want to just spotlight the casting of this
Yes,
film 19
yes,
years ago,
yes.
as we're all living in 2025, about to
Mhm.
be 26, and just say I know we have our criticisms, Brandon, of Tyler Perry, but we've really got to hand it to him.
Yeah.
We've really got to give
Of
him
course.
his dues for that.
Yeah, and for his earlier work, which is better,
Yeah,
just said
yeah,
his
for
recent
sure. His earlier work, because he was like Boris Kojo, he was taking care of his son. She didn't have to find out somewhere in the story, "Wait, you have a son and you haven't talked to him in how long?" Like, I love that one of my favorite things, to digress, Brandon, was when he was like, "We can have a date. I have a son too. You have 2 kids. Why don't we make it a family date?"
Yes,
That
yes.
I think socially that can be kinda dangerous when you meet someone new, but for the movie's sake, I thought it was very endearing,
Oh, 100%. And I
very
mean,
endearing.
they met at the park, and what I also like is as soon as I met at the park for the first day, like you said, they brought the kids. The first conversation sentence, okay, where's the mother? Where's the father?
Honesty,
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, in jail,
honesty.
dead. My, his baby mama is married to somebody else. Let's just get all this out the way. That's how it's supposed to be. Especially,
Yes.
I mean, you got kids and stuff. I mean,
Transparency, honesty, let's cut to the chase. It wasn't like, "Oh, I've had past loves, but here are my children." It was like, one's in jail, one's dead. Like, it was just honest, and I really liked that a lot.
I loved it. And another thing is, when I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, what the hell happened to Lisa Arundel? She was amazing in this movie.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I forgot
she
how
was
there
good.
was one scene to where I did not like, and it's corny to me. And it was actually one of the most pivotal scenes is where she called out her mom for serving her up to get raped. 95% of that scene is a knockout of the park. I don't know why, but it was the actual moment where she says, "You do not win." I just hate that line. But the rest of the scene is flawless. It just
It
that
is.
particular delivery right there, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm nitpicking. But besides that, man, she stole the show to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I loved her character. At the end of the movie when she was getting married, she had the gems on her eyelashes. Blink, blink. I was like, oh, they cleaned up with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that makeup was serious. Now I
That
don't.
dress was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was bad.
I
Like,
didn't like the purple part, but the dress was
I,
beautiful.
I
I
loved it
loved
all.
it. I love the crown. I love the tiara. Her edges was laid. Homegirl was looking gorgeous. I loved it. I loved it. I loved
was,
it.
and I could be. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There's the stereotype that light skinned women are, well, I guess the story serves itself, so that makes sense. It wouldn't be
Mhm.
Tyler Perry's writing because Lisa had money and her sister did not. They just made Lisa, in my opinion, like kind of like I'm afraid to say it because I don't want to sound like a moron, but actually, I think I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe. Actually, I'm gonna think about it. Remind me
Okay.
when we're closing out. I may bring up my point, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I want to shoot myself in the foot here. But anyway, she was amazing in this movie. I loved her. She stole the
Did
show.
you I was looking at the biography there. Homegirl went to Juilliard. Like, what a talent. And honestly, like, yeah, like where I wanted to be honest with you, I wanted to see more of her.
Yeah,
And not just not in the film because I thought she got great screen time, but on it looks like she's done a lot of work. But honestly, I haven't seen her very much. And homegirl, if you're watching, we love you and we want to see more of
yeah.
you. You are awesome talent
So
and so beautiful.
yes, yes, yes. She was bad.
Oh, she was on Watson. Okay,
I see a couple of shorts. I don't see.
some Christmas films. All right.
Did she piss somebody off in Hollywood or Tyler? Why are you not hiring her again? I mean, you keep hiring Taraji P Henson, which is nothing wrong. She's great. The
Nothing.
movie we're gonna talk about next. I can do better all by myself. But yeah, man, I need to see more of Lisa because she was dope as hell.
Look at them arms. Okay, girl.
Yeah, she was
All
one.
right.
Now, I told you earlier one of my favorite scenes was Cicely Tyson, Maya Angelou. The other one, I think it was a mixture between Frankie and Vanessa here, of a scene of when he was trying to apologize for taking the kids to get ice cream without saying anything, but also tied in with the montage. And what I mean by it is, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me click this. I actually had to pull out my phone.
Ooh,
And I
what
had
did she
to
do?
Shazam it. I have 3 songs here. While they were getting in the montage at one point where they was all lying in the bed together and the kids, you had the music in the background. You can't have a montage without music. Wounds in Rochelle Farrell. I love that. That was just a beautiful soundtrack, a beautiful melody. And then when that scene was over with, it cut to her waking up. And then she was irate. She was discombobulated, didn't know what was going on. When he pulled her into the kitchen to console her and try to calm her down, like, hey, babe, I'm so sorry, bonehead decision. I won't ever do that again. I love you, or yeah, or I don't think he said I love you at that point. They cued the music back up. And it was like kind of like help calm her down subconsciously, or it's like, let me bring us back to the moment we were having last night where we was all loving, let's
Yeah,
go back there. So I don't know. That was just beautiful editing to me for
it was.
that montage and that song in the back. It cut to her waking up in horror, and then when he calms her down, go back to that music. I was like, this man is cooking in this editor room. Good job, Tyler. Again, we need stuff like this in 2025, my brother. This came out. This was your earlier work. There's no excuse to why we can have such a great quality production film like this in 2006, but we get straw in 2025 and acrimony and fall from grace and all that bull
And
drop.
you bring up a really good point, Brandon. Like when that scene where they're all sleeping in the bed, it was just so wholesome. And I have to say this, I'm a little frustrated. I know Tyler Perry has the shows, but I'm a little frustrated that so much of his content is so not family friendly anymore.
Hmm.
There's a lot of sex.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
There's a lot of backs. It's a lot of drama, but it's very it's not very wholesome. It's just a lot of Real Housewives kind of content is what I call it, where it's just like backstabbing and
Yeah.
sex. And I'm disappointed in that because he really was also, in addition to making films for the, highlighting Black artists, it also was family friendly. And I really haven't seen a lot of family friendly stuff from Tyler Perry aside from his shows. I almost feel like he's like when you have like what is it, the Oval Office or so,
Mhm.
that show he has the White House about the White House and just a lot of his stuff is very dynasty like. It's very nighttime soap opera, and I'm a little like disappointed in that because that's almost like I don't know. It's like Walt Disney being like, "Yeah, we got Mickey, haha." But I do have Disney After Dark. If you turn to channels 27 through 34, you will see a lot of adult drama. It's like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? I thought you were the family guy. Like, where's Mickey? What? Ah, what? Like, like it's just like, is this Disney After Dark? Like, it just isn't. It doesn't feel well balanced to have someone that was so wholesome now be like, if you want to see sex and backstabbing, watch Tyler Perry. It's like,
Yeah.
huh,
I
I
got
don't like that.
I don't watch majority of his shows. I don't watch any shows to be
I,
honest.
I I don't watch a whole lot. I've seen some. I haven't seen some. I haven't watched full episodes. Like I'll see a Tyler Perry thing, and just out of interest, I'll like look at the synopsis. I'll look at the cast to see who he's got going, and so I kind of know what he's up to. But I haven't consumed a lot of it because he's gone far away from what made me love him.
Yeah, I can't get mad at that. Whoa, I just realized this was the final film for my Angela too. Rest in peace, my sister.
Oh,
Also, Janet Jackson was considered for the role of Lisa as well. I did not know this. That's
oh,
what's up right there. The film is a sequel. This film is a sequel to The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Yeah, yeah. So I'm
yeah. He carries the. You have what's his name? Brian.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? But yeah, Lisa in real life, Vanessa in the show is wonderful. I was going to say something else, but it slipped my mind. But yeah, this is this is phenomenal. Um, I don't know.
Brandon,
What's up?
do you think it could have been called Medea's family wedding instead of Medea's family reunion?
Yeah, oh, that would have been that would have worked. That would have
That
worked.
kind of struck me because you think family reunion, you think of like movies like what's that one with Martin and Cedric? Was it the Johnson family reunion? Like you think of like the whole movie revolving around a family reunion, but there was just a reunion theme. Like the movie really revolved around a
Right.
wedding.
You're right.
So I kind of feel like this should have been Medea's family wedding
We got to
and
go.
not family reunion.
Yep. Now you got me thinking of Jennifer Lewis again. I just hate that all my hard work has gone to waste. I don't like working with black people. You're always late and ignorant.
And ignorant. And I was like, why you gotta say that?
It was,
Why you gotta call us ignorant?
um, Kim, we're both Christian.
Yeah.
And one thing about Christianity is forgiveness.
Mhm.
I do believe in forgiveness.
Mhm.
I don't believe in forgiving somebody repeatedly for the same mistakes.
Mm.
That's me, whether that's in the Bible or not, I should read.
70 times 7?
Yeah, I don't yeah.
Very much, like, it
I
is.
the reason why I asked you that is, to me, and I'm not saying this is right, there's just some stuff that are just unforgivable. To
Mm.
where if you cross this line, I don't care who you are. Even if
Mhm.
you my damn mama, I just won't deal with you no more.
Mm.
Towards the end of the film where everything is going pleasant and wrapping everything up, Vanessa got married to her dream guy, Boris, Frankie. Um, Prior to that, Frankie and Veronica, no, Frankie's the male. I'm sorry. Victoria, the mother, and Vanessa, the daughter, they got into a fight at the family reunion. She struck her, and they was fighting and physically and all that. But at the end of the movie, at the wedding, she came up to him and was like, "Hey, I want to let you know you are very beautiful. I'm happy that you're married. Congratulations and all that." I don't even know if I could have. I don't even know if I could have accepted that gesture or compliment. I don't even know if I could have tried to talk to her at the family reunion when Carlos showed up and Victoria was like, "Hey, Lisa, take Carlos around and introduce him to everybody." Right before she says that, Vanessa was like, "Hey, mom, I got to talk to you about something." I don't even know if I can have those conversations with somebody that's going to serve me up to get raped when I'm a little girl. That is just unforgivable. So, I mean, when they was at the wedding and she was like, "You look beautiful," I'm just like, man, you should bitch get out of here. Like, we're done. We're done. And not only when I call you out in front of my half sister, but she didn't apologize at that, but it was already bad and trashy that you did the act. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff that we probably don't know she did. When it came to light, she didn't apologize. She just said, "Hey, I'm not apologizing for this. I didn't want to struggle. I wanted to be comfortable." Like, so that bothered me that Tyler did not write Vanessa, "Bitch, get out of here. Like, get the F out of here. I'm whooping, like, am I tripping? Should I forgive
No,
should I forgive Victoria for that crap?"
no, I think and you bring up a really, really great point, Brandon. I think the tough thing and some people call Tyler Perry's films like faith-based films, which they
Wait,
could.
wait, what was
I
that?
said some people call Tyler Perry films faith-based
Faith.
films.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and to a degree, like, yeah, for sure. Like, not a lot of films feature church people in a good light or Christians in a good light. It's always like you're a hypocrite. Well, yeah, we all are, but a lot not Hollywood has not really embraced Christianity very much. If
Right.
Hollywood has their way, it's like the Christian is the villain and the awful thing. But I think something that's difficult to convey in a film because you have so little time, but also even when Hollywood does it, people mistake the story the how do I say this? The way Hollywood describes forgiveness is not completely accurate to the Bible.
Okay.
A lot of times it will be like someone did something terrible, they didn't say I'm sorry, there's no contrition, it's just I forgive you, let's hold hands. And it's like
Yeah.
that's actually not biblical forgiveness. The Bible doesn't say anything about forgiveness equaling access to you. And people mistake that. And that's why so many people, the only way they hear about forgiveness in a faith sense is through film,
Good point.
and they get it wrong. And that's how they end up not wanting to go to church or know about God.
Mm,
Because I'm like, the Bible doesn't say anything about them now being in your life. Well, I forgave, now I got to let them come around.
right.
No, absolutely not. The Bible it's just I can go on and on, but what got me is that the forgiveness part, it was more for for Vanessa, for her to heal. Forgiveness is really see, God loves you. God doesn't want you to just look at someone that raped you and been like, it's okay, you raped me, all's forgiven. That's not biblical forgiveness, y'all, at all. Read your Bible. I think it's for your healing. It's letting go of the power. Like, she honestly was spot on in that scene in the bedroom where she was saying, "You don't win over me." Forgiveness is more so about the power that hating you has. I'm releasing the power of hating you. That's really what forgiveness is not about. It's not about, "I'm going to embrace you into my life, into my time, near my loved ones, and near my children." That's not it. Because if you sold me to your husband and you're not sorry 30 years later, why would I let you near my children?
Yeah.
What'll you sell them for? Especially since you're broke now.
Yeah.
The highest bidder? You human trafficker woman that never served time? Like,
Yeah.
so that's what I have to say about that. But I just feel like that I hope in this story that that was for Vanessa. And something that I have to say the actress did so well in playing that, Brandon, was I noticed in that scene when she like embraced her mother after she pushed her away, after embracing her, she still had this look towards her like of anger, this look of like, you're still the one that did it.
Mhm, mhm.
So it's almost, I feel like the way she acted that part was really good because, like, that's a better portrayal of forgiveness is that I'm going to let go of the hold hating you has over me, but you're never going to be near my children.
Right
Like,
on.
she still had that look in her eye,
Mhm.
like if you watch the scene over, you guys, or you're watching it for the first time in 20 years, pay attention to her face. Her face did a wonderful job being like, "I'm releasing my heart, but you can go back over there because you don't have access to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back to dancing with my man."
I
I'm
I I
like, "That's more true."
I love it, and, also Frankie's response to all that too, like, "Imma let them work this out and not get involved," I was
Because
gonna
I mean, he was there and he was like, "Oh no, my woman slapped her mama in the face." So, because he's like, "Are they gonna slap hands again?" Like, I don't know. Like, you might get slapped again.
But, overall, Kim, I really did enjoy this movie, it's one of Tyler Perry's best. What are your final thoughts, if any at all?
Good movie. I would love to see Tyler Perry return to wholesomeness, return to um, not just backstabbing and the nighttime soaps. I would like to see a return to a family coming together like that, to people supporting. Like when her sister got up and was like, "He hit you? Oh heck no!" Like people gathering around. I think he did a great job, really showing how domestic violence looks very different. Sometimes it's in a suit and tie. Sometimes it's in overalls and a wife beater. Sometimes it's in baggy pants. It's for everybody. I don't care what color or culture you are. I don't care what financial status you are. Domestic violence hits us all. I thought he did a great job of that. The cast was good. I love again. He carries on in his films, Brandon. We've talked about this. How Tyler Perry with Lou Gossett Jr., Cicely Tyson, how he pulled into his films our legends in the Black artist community. And I love that he was like, I know they're older. He probably said, I will fly them out. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I have to have some real wisdom in this movie.
Mhm.
I have to have these legends that lived through civil rights. They lived through um, just the time, the era that they come from breeds wisdom. They
Mhm.
come from a time where people really knew what love was. They weren't on Grinder and Tinder just swiping. They knew what it was to love someone to the point where your hearts beat in sync. I like that he brought that in, as opposed to having some young actor and peppering their hair with a little bit of gray hairs and being like, "Let's pretend they're wise."
Mm.
I like that when Maya Angelou said her lines, I believe them. When Cicely Tyson said her lines, I didn't think it was just, "Oh, that was a really well-written scene." I could feel that she's had that love before.
Yeah, yeah.
I could feel the real wisdom coming through those actors,
Mm.
and I miss that. I wanna see more of that. I know he's had, like, Felicia Rashad and he Kathy Bates. He's done a very good job of that, but not in recent years, right? Like, we're looking back 20 years and going, "Hey, Tyler Perry, I loved that. Can we go back to that?"
Yeah.
So this movie really made me nostalgic for something that I wanna see Tyler Perry return to. I don't wanna see straw stuff again. I
Yeah.
don't wanna see black trauma porn. This had enough drama in it, but enough hope. I don't need to keep seeing whatever he's doing now ain't it. Okay? It's just not it for me. Maybe it's it for y'all. It's just ain't it for me.
Yeah.
This is a return to form, and I really like this movie.
Agreed. So no more movies like Straw, Acrimony, Duplicity, and Fall from Grace.
Go
More
back to Tyler Perry's Family Reunion.
go back to Medea's Family Reunion and the Why
Yes,
Not Get
Madea.
Married 1 and 2 and Diary of a Mad Black Woman and
Yeah,
I Can Do Bad All by Myself and Daddy's Little Girls and Good Deeds. And anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, so Kimberly, why don't you tell them what movie we're gonna review right after this?
Now we're gonna do Honey, I Can Do Bad All by Myself.
That is correct. That is correct with Miss Taraji P. Henson. And so even though we're gonna record that right after this, it's not gonna be released until like another week or two after y'all see this one. So anyway, you gotta subscribe so you can get it. You know what I'm saying? And how do you do that? Who are you going to subscribe to? If you're watching this on my channel, subscribe to Kimberly's channel. A link to her channel is in the description box of this video. And if you're watching this on Kimberly's channel, subscribe to my channel as well. I got a lot of Tyler Perry movies. And I typed in Tyler Perry. Oh, I've uploaded you can see some of the stuff we uploaded, or I uploaded right there. So Fall from Grace, that's trash, acrimony. Anyway, you guys can go just check out my channel and look at all that. But guys, we want to thank you again for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Kimberly, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we will see you next time.